Hello and welcome to Dragon Morals. I've made a playlist of all the other previous episodes. It is in a card and in a link in the description. Also, editor's note, whilst I'm saying that bit, you could put edited by your name here. As a text on the screen. Cool.
Measuring up to a Viking father isn't easy.
Hiccup narration, and it's about self-worth. Bucket finding his hidden talent.
Chest out, son.
I don't like the name of the episode. It sounds really naff, like it's a placeholder name.
You are part of an elite group now, my friend.
Hiccup has been a part of this elite group since he was born. You know he's the chief's son, right?
Forgive us, please.
What's that? It's probably mine.
I don't really like how they just trip into the plot like that. I think they could have been a little bit more creative. Ew, that purple veil looks so out of place. Buff Hiccup.
What happened to Hiccup?
Who cares?
Astrid doesn't even have a problem with it.
The bravest warriors in history have died trying to find that treasure.
You forgot to mention that you have dragons. This would make the Easter egg hunt a little easier.
My father couldn't find that treasure.
I like the setup for Hiccup's motivation for finding the treasure, and Astrid slowly coming around to the idea of doing this hunt. You know she's only doing it for Hiccup.
Harder. I said I want to see stars.
Ooh, the animation's a bit off there. Ooh, Gobber knows.
Call on Magni, you'll go astray. Freya, though, will show the way.
Love the references to the Norse gods for the riddles. Other than Thor, not many others are ever mentioned, which is weird coming from a franchise based in Scandinavia. Snotlout happens to smash his head right under a trap. If he did this 2 feet to the left, he would have been fine. The punishment for getting the riddle wrong is a very small area. Not to mention other ways the Vikings could have realistically gotten the piece, through destroying the trap, digging, and just avoiding the trap altogether.
And Freya
is the goddess of fire.
But in all intents and purposes, the riddle thus far are really easy. The Vikings weren't dumb. But as they are showing that only a Hiccup could find the treasure, surely making the riddles more difficult than the same level of incompetence of children would be better. Ooh, seeing Toothless's plasma beamer thing, which we don't see very often. But the fire is cracking the ice, not melting it. How is the whole cave rigged to collapse after removing a tiny metal piece from ice? Nothing is attached to it. I'm starting to get really nitpicky here, but that's kind of the point of this show. What are the chances that this piece of the puzzle has already been found, or more realistically, lost from the glacier moving over time? Dragons to the rescue!
They were here about an hour ago.
That would be impressive tracking skills, Gobber, but if there was prints on the ground in the first place. Wait, doesn't that make it more impressive?
What does an hour ago smell like, Gobber? Not as strong as a half hour ago. Stoic, it's the painting. He's trying to prove himself.
Gobber getting through to Stoic on what the issue is, and Stoic understanding. Father of the Year.
Those are reptiles, right?
You do realize you're sitting on one?
I know comedy is subjective, but is anyone else finding this joke funny? Either way, it's a poor joke, especially comparing it to others in the series and Race to the Edge. Honestly, the approach could have been far more clever, but instead they forced some extra tension with Hiccup grabbing it with his peg leg. He could have rode Toothless over there and climbed the rock, or sit on top of Meatlug and grab it like that, instead of using a rope they pulled from nowhere, with apparently really strong winds that we can't see.
There are shapes carved into each one of these bricks.
People look out for anything.
That was a bit too fast of a cut. Why do I love that only Hook Fang responds when Snotlout shrieks?
Over here!
Bit of an odd dialogue. It would have been better to say over there, as Astrid is pointing to something. Whoa, magic! I love the juxtaposition. Hamish II is clever enough to make rocks move as a mechanism, but the best riddles he could come up with...
Call on Magni, you'll go astray. Freya, though, will show the way.
Oh, God, Toothless lighting up Hiccup's torch. Also, ingenuity.
Fireworm dragons.
Fireworms! New dragons!
It's a choice. Listen to this, guys.
On a bit of a time crunch, and Hiccup just casually reads. Man, he could keep his cool, especially in temperatures like these.
If we don't go now, we'll all be trapped.
Wow, Fishleg's making the shots around here.
Keep digging!
This caught me off guard.
Find who?
Stoic's entrance.
Son.
And the impact of just that one word.
Hamish II was a hiccup.
Nice message, but relatively meaningless, as this sort of growth was done in the movie. Also, I'm still calling shenanigans on the whole rocky pedestals and caves collapsing on time. Although, yes, this is a cartoon, but it's tropey, so my point still stands.
Oh, come on, Hamish, you're killing me.
Ha! Clever irony.
Keep digging! That's my son in there!
Wow, amazing delivery. Didn't expect something like this from the show. What the? The ground sinking? It kind of looks bad. A perfect ending.
I've spent most of my life...
And Hiccup narration. +3. To be honest, I thought this episode would do a little bit better than that. Yeah, it was a nice episode, but the message as a whole was meaningless. Having a treasure hunting episode has sort of been done before in other series, but there was a couple of nice moments with Stoic and Hiccup, with Stoic being more of a father before his untimely death, and we see a new dragon, the fireworms, but we don't really see much of them. Thank you to everyone who made this episode and series. Thanks to my editor, link in the description to check out his stuff. And thank you all at home for watching. TTFN, ta-ta for now.